If you're on a path that just doesn't make any sense right now, remember that we are prepared in the darkness. We're prepared where other people can't see us. We're prepared where even we can't see what we're going to become sometimes. We're prepared within blindness because we have to make decisions and become the person that we are needing to become. And it has to happen naturally without anyone else telling us how to do it. We're prepared in blindness so that we can actually receive the clarity and understand who we are. I was just on a call with someone and I was reminded of a time where I didn't really have anything. My life was falling apart. I was kind of living out of my car, but also kind of not really at the same time. I'd let go of a bunch of people. I'd let go of friends, of lovers, there was so much in my life that was falling apart and that I had to get rid of. This big several years of just like death and purging and goodbyes. And I remember going through that and looking up at the sky every couple days. Really, it was like every couple days and just being like, why? Why am I going through this? Why are you making me walk through this? Why is this being put in my face right now? Why do I have to do? Why? And there was never any answer. Well, that's not true. The spirits in my practice were basically like, listen, we know you're tired, but like, you're not going to understand for a while. So you have to just keep going. Of course. Of course. Why wouldn't it be that way? Of course. And it's only been over the previous really like couple of days because I've had a lot of purging work with this moon cycle and a lot of like heart space stuff that I've had to like long term. Now that I'm in a safe place, there's a lot of stuff that's been coming up that I'm working and healing, and that's just what it is. Thank goodness. It's time. Let it be time. Oh, yes, please. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. But in that, because I was in such a survival mode for so long, I haven't, until the previous couple of days, really taken a step back and looked at how far I've come, how much work I've actually really gotten done over the previous couple of years. And it reminds me of a trend that I've seen pop up recently where it's a photo slide where it's like I wanted to get more accomplished this year, but like I survived this abusive relationship, or I survived this situation, or just like I did enough. I have done enough, and that is enough. That is good. And I wanted to say thank you. I want to say thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Because this page, this channel, this work that I do was really one of the only things other than me as a singular human being and my cat. That's kind of it that survived the destruction. And I'm so grateful I'm alive. I'm so grateful that I can drive. I'm so grateful that I did survive. Okay. And also I'm so grateful for where I'm at, and that would not be possible without the support that I have here on this channel and on this page. Going back to what I started this video with, if you're walking in kind of the blindness, or there's blinders around you right now with what's happening with Saturn and Neptune, we're just not supposed to know. We're just not supposed to know. And I think because I've been so focused on just being present recently, I've forgotten about how hard it can be sometimes to walk blind, especially if things are not kind around you, especially if you're going through a really hard time. So if you are someone who is going through a really difficult time and you're looking up at the sky and you're crying and you're asking why is this happening to me? Push on, prevail. Push on, prevail. And I literally mean prevail, not prevail. I mean, if you need to do that too, but prevail. Veil. Push on, get through a veil. Push on, get through another one. Push on, get through another one. That's how we become more aware of what we're doing and why we're doing it. That's true. Prevail. Okay, beautiful. Clarity for the both of us. True. Because sometimes that work being done in the blindness is very difficult, especially if you are someone who works in the spirit and you have magic work going on, or you have relationships with the spirits and you just, for whatever reason, I see this when I work with people who are going through initiations, or they're working on consecrating initiations, or they're working with a specific kind of magic that was activated. It's a very powerful kind of explosive sort of magic where it's like really big. That's true. Sometimes you have to walk through not knowing. And for whatever reason, what's the reason? For whatever reason, it just has to be that way. It makes it more interesting when you finish. It makes it more interesting when you get to the conclusion. For a lot of us right now, because of where Saturn and Neptune are, there's not going to be a conclusion for another at least several months. Capricorn season will bring some clarity, true, and over the next year or two, there's a lot of stuff that's going to make sense. And I mean, like, there's a lot of stuff, a lot of stuff that's about to make a lot of sense. A pretense, okay? Doesn't make a lot of sense? A pretense. Pretense to what? Pluto just moved into Aquarius. We're writing a completely new era in story. Okay, a pretense. The old story is going to start to make sense. It's a pretense. Where are we going? Where's our story leading us? We can learn about that by looking at what we have done. True. So if you're already through the hard blind stuff, congratulations. If you're still walking in the blind stuff and it's still difficult, reverence to you. And I've been saying it in some of my videos recently that it really does take every single one of us. The spiritual work is not something that is done individually. Yes, we do it individually as our own person, as our own human, and because they go together, okay, and each and every person who picks up a spiritual practice, each and every person who would prevail and go through a different veil and a different veil and a different veil and come into more and more awareness. I don't care who you are, where you come from, okay? If you're doing that, you're feeding the spirits. If you're doing that, you're honoring magic. If you're doing that, you're honoring the spirits and the magic, which keeps all of us fed. It keeps all of us fed. Every single person who picks up a spiritual practice. Now, whether you're fed in the way you want to be or not, depending on the people you're around, that's just, discernment for yourself. Keep yourself protected out there, That's true. I'm all about spiritual hands. Throw them if you need to. Sometimes people will throw spiritual hands for you. Sometimes you... So, you don't mess with what doesn't need to be messed with. And also, keep up the work. Cause keep up the work. 2025, 2026, 2027 is going to be real interesting for spiritual practitioners. I'm going to make another video on that because this whole video is about walking blind and making it through. And thank you. That's true. But yeah, I'm going to make another video on that one because next year is about to get real swifty with it for spiritual practitioners. Okay, I'm going to go make that video. Gratitude, rivers, I love to you. Thank you for being here. I love you so much. Thank you, 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 thank you. Times like a million bajillion. Because I hit 300K followers today. Extra thanks. That's crazy to me. I remember at one of my lowest points, I had a dream that I was losing followers and losing the career that I had built for myself because I hadn't been working because I was super miserable and depressed and just grieving and I couldn't get out of it. It felt like at the time, which I did. And also at the time, that's what it felt like. And my dreams, it was like a check-in for me spiritually because my dreams are prophetic. So they being the spirits of my practice, I feel like they were being like, okay, well, if you keep this up, this is what's going to happen. So thank you for being here. Thanks. Dreams do come true, you. Wow. That's pretty cool. I was literally thinking about it a couple days ago because I could see I was about to hit 300K. And I was like, I remember when I was dreaming about just having 100,000 followers. Whoa. That's crazy. I literally can't even I don't have good spatial recognition. That's just whatever. It's a quality of mine. It is. When it comes to theorizing the physicality of things, I'm not very good at that. Spatial recognition, there's a lot of different ways that could be interpreted. But when you're imagining, that I'm not very good at it. So I can't even imagine 300,000 people. If my brain can't even come, what a gift. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thanks. I'm gonna go make that other video. I'll talk to you soon. I'll talk to you in the next video. That's when I'll talk to you.